This is 2821 Lakeview Drive, presented by the Christian team. As we walk up to the house, I want to give you a few notes on the property itself. This property is just shy of 4 acres. It contains 2 lots on either side, which at one point did have houses. You can't see on the other side of the shrubs there, but there are 2 similar lots on each side of those shrubs that are gated and fenced. And they are zoned R1 and can have single-family homes built on those or sold off separate from the property. They aren't strapped to this parcel. So they are able to be sold off or included as one master property at 4 acres. Now, this particular house was built in 1952. It has been very well maintained, but it is still a little bit outdated compared to houses these days. But it maintains a lot of that older charm, which makes it a really neat household. As we come through the front door here, you'll notice that it has the original wood floors and 10-foot ceilings. So you have a nice overhead space. Right here when you come in the front door, you come into the living area, the living room. And it has a fireplace, a wood-burning fireplace. And you have a sitting room right off the living room that overlooks the property down to the lake. Okay. Back this way is the dining room. So you have a dining area. Now the video has a tendency to make the rooms look a little bit smaller than they really are due to the lens. This is more of a older style kitchen. It's not like today's modern kitchens where it's big and open and spacious. It's almost like an entertaining kitchen where you would serve out of this kitchen more than hang out in this kitchen. But it has all new appliances, and it also has a great view looking out this window at the lake. Okay. As we move back this way, you can see how the sitting room is connected off of the dining room and the living room and how it works. And in a couple minutes, we'll head down to the sub-level, which is actually at ground level from the back of the house by the way the property slopes. So you can call it a basement, a sub-level. Either way, it is below this level. Okay, we're gonna step up here, and to the right is gonna be the master suite. It's a nice room, has brand new window coverings that are the Venetian style, but the material is I don't know exactly what you would describe this material as, but it closes up for room darkening, and it looks a little bit nicer than your typical Venetian blinds as well. The lighting is hard in here to see, but it also has the same refinished wood floors in this room, and it leads into the master bath that has double vanities and shower, and of course you have a walk-in closet here too, which is always fun trying to catch this stuff on video. Definitely doesn't show up like it does in real life. Okay, let's walk back this way. You have a guest room here, which also has a view overlooking the lake out those blinds, and it also has a decent walk-in closet as well here, so good storage space. The entire home up on this floor maintains that 10-foot ceiling, so the closets can have extra storage space with extra shelves built in. Just a basic guest bath, and then a nice spacious office here. It can be used for any which purpose, but right now the purpose is an office. It has a lot of built-ins, desk space, just a nice little room, also overlooking the lake. So most of the rooms in this house have a great view of the property, which the property itself here is where the majority of the value lies in this property. The home itself isn't where most of your value is, it's the property. We're gonna go downstairs now and take a look at the other sections of the home. Okay, so downstairs you have another bedroom, and this room has a full bath in it. And you could call this a family room, a bonus room, any which way. The owners are still moving their stuff out here. The utility room's down here, and there's also a half bath as well. So plenty of space, don't mind the clutter here. And this area leads out to a little portico that goes out into the yard, where we will go next. Okay, stepping outside the portico area we just came from the sublevel, you can see this is sitting off the back of the house, looking towards the guest house, which you really can't see right now, but we're heading down there. The driveway through here is all pavers, and this is the kind of view you're going to see. You can see that sublevel bedroom as well as that sitting area and the main level that overlooks the backyard here. Okay, and you can kind of get a better view of the two lots that are on either side. You can see the beach down through there, and it's really good expanse of property here. It's very rare to get this kind of property on the premier lake here in Sebring. Here's a view looking back up towards Lakeview Drive. So you can see the house. There's a nice sized storage unit here, multi-purpose. It was used to store different recreational things like tubes for the lake or gardening utensils, that sort of thing. And you can see now we're approaching the lake frontage. Now, this property is zoned R1, but grandfathered in is the second dwelling, which you can no longer do, but since it's grandfathered in, it can stay. The county changed all the zoning rules years back and didn't allow for multiple dwellings to be built on an R1 property. Now, one of the other changes they made was they also don't allow the construction of two-story docks anymore. And so this particular property has some really neat features that can't be built anymore, including that two-story dock and the dwelling, which is also not allowed to be built this close to the water. But as you can see, it is built down here. Now, a concern that people may have is flooding or issues like that. When we had our hurricanes come through in '04, it was already a heavily rainy season. After the conclusion of the worst storm, Hurricane Charlie, the water did come up to this retaining wall right here and was lapping right at it, but never came over it. So even with those terrible storms, we had no water intrusion in on this property. As you can see, it has a nice beach. We've had a very, very, very rainy summer here in Central Florida, and typically the water isn't this high. You'll usually have a little bit more real estate here. We've had the water down as low as to the steps that are on the dock itself over there. So the water does tend to fluctuate quite a bit on this lake from season to season, but it's a great view, and of course you get a beautiful view from the sun deck on top of the dock. Real quick before we step into the guest house, I wanted to show you the other part of the property over here. Looking back up towards the house over here, so you kind of get an idea of the layout of this property. You have a nice big grill here for entertaining. And then you can kind of see the whole layout of the property. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of property. Very desirable. We'll go ahead and head into the cottage home now. Coming in the side entrance of the cottage here, actually you come into the utility room. The main entrance is on the other side, but this just tends to be the actual side that gets utilized more. You step right into the kitchen. Now this place was used for some guests that would want to come stay, family, friends. It makes a great secondary residence. Little entertaining area here. You have your living room, so you can see how it comes right off the kitchen. Okay, heading back in this direction, you have a full bath here, including a shower. And then a bedroom. It's a little dark in here, but it does have a good sized closet as well. Okay. Over here, you have what could be utilized as an office. They've used it for extra beds, lots of beds. So if you had a larger group of people come and stay, a large family, or if you would have wanted to rent this out for a weekend rental or something, you know, you could have plenty of room for people to bring their kids or family and have a nice getaway or retreat. Okay, heading back into the master now. It's a nice, good-sized master bedroom. Also has a large storage closet here, and a nice large-size master bath with a shower. I believe it's a tub on this one. Yes, it does have a tub, not a walk-in shower. Okay, and then here's the porch, and of course the view overlooking the lake, which is beautiful. Can't beat that view. So that is 2821 Lakeview Drive in Sebring, Florida. Asking price, $1.1 million. All right, here's some bonus footage of the dock and the boathouse. So you can see that this particular dock isn't your typical pressure treated wood. The railings and the stringers below are pressure treated, but the actual walking surface is a material called Trex, which is a lot more durable than your typical pressure treated wood that a lot of people build their docks with. So a majority of this dock is built with that material. Okay, it's easy to pressure wash, easy to clean, and it provides a splinter-free environment so your feet don't get tore up. You can walk on it barefooted without any worries. Now this dock does have electric, of course, and it also has water. So as you can see, there's 3 different boat cradles, and right now there's actually 3 different types of uses for that. But these cradles are adjustable, so you can put any sort of different watercraft on here that you want to, anywhere from a pontoon boat to a bass boat if you wanted to, or a jet ski like in this case, or you could even throw a kayak or a canoe on it. Okay, and as you can see, when the water level is lower, there's some steps that you can walk right down into the lake. Okay, and let's just step up top real quick so you can see what a great view you get of the lake. This is a great way to entertain on the holidays, the 4th of July, when they're doing fireworks right here on Lake Jackson. You got the best view in the house from this dock. Come out here at night, check out the stars, watch the sun go up and come down. Very peaceful. All this furniture that's up here on the dock is going to stay. There are some custom covers for that, so you can hide up the fact that it does get a little bit mildew when it sits here, but hands down, in my opinion, the best available property on Lake Jackson. It's going to be hard to find one that beats this property.